So in this particular case, we're going to completely scrap the image that was there altogether. All we want is the size of that actual image to replace it with. So again, we can control click Macintosh, right click for Windows, and I'm simply going to copy the image. Again, not copy URL. That's a technique we used in our last video. We use a combination of both. Now, of course, if you want to save this image and then open this up in a separate file, that's up to you. You can just go to Save As. I'm going to again copy the image, which copies it to the clipboard. Now I'm going to go back into Fireworks. So back inside of Fireworks, I'm going to make myself a new file, Command and Control N for Macintosh, and it's going to create the file of what I just did. Now, if you're not sure what you're going to do with this, and I would highly suggest to do transparency, because anything that's not squared out is going to be transparent. And I'm just going to call that, let's just call that section, whatever section you have, let's call it section 3 image. Call it something very generic. Now, again, I can paste, but I'm going to totally scrap what I have. I'm just using this replacement only. So now I'm going to just hit the import file import under the file menu. I'm just going to scroll down here and just grab some other images once again. And I have a couple of images I can use. I have this image, so I'm going to select that image, and I'm going to paste that right there. That's a little too big. We'll change that in just a second. Again, File, Import, Command R, Control R for Windows. I'm going to select this file. I'm going to put that right there. I'll fix that in just a second. And I'm going to go select one more piece of information, put that right here. Okay, now, obviously these images are too big. So what I can do is Command A, select all, Command Shift T, Control Shift T. Again, I have a full video series on this. I'm going to reduce this down to 65%. And I'm just going to take this image and put it here, this image and put it here, and this image and put it here. Now, I'm going to make these just a little bit smaller. So Command A, select all, Command Shift T, Control Shift T for Windows, and let's make this 85%. And return. Okay, now that I have this in place, if I now hit Command T, I will get a transformation dialog box, and I'm just going to transform this a little to the left. I'm going to transform this Command T, Control T for Windows, a little to the right. And Command T, and do this one a little to the left. Now keep in mind this is on a transparent background, so anything inside my image itself, I'm just going to make this whole thing a little bit smaller. Command A, select all, Command Shift T, and let's make this 75%. And I'll just space this out a little further. So I'm going to put this over here, put this one there, put this one there. And then I'll just put some propaganda in here. Just like in Photoshop, let's just do think, earn. Again, Command A, select all, Command Shift greater than, Command Shift less than, Control Shift greater than, Control Shift less than. I want to sample the same color that's maybe inside of her dress here. So I'm going to hit the I key. If you hit the I key here, you're going to replace it. I don't want to do that. I'm just going to hit the eyedropper, and I'm going to sample that color right there. And I'm going to give this some kind of, let's just give this a black outline, just so you can visually see it. Okay, so I'm going to save that. Now again, if you want transparency, I'm just going to move this in a little bit. And if you want to put drop shadows on here, you can. I can select, come down here and put on drop shadows. Okay, so if you want to take advantage of the transparency, then it has to be a PNG file. Make a change, save a change. All right, now again, we have the same size that we want to replace. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go back into WordPress. So we're back inside of WordPress, and let's go swap out that other image. So I have the image selected. I simply come up here to add media. I'm going to go and upload a file. Select the file, and let's just replace it with this file here. Okay, now apparently I exceeded the maximum upload size, which is 1 megabyte. So I don't want to go into detail, but I needed to go, since I'm using multi-site, you just go into network settings and change your downloads, upload file size. I change it to 5,000 kilobytes, which is 5 megabytes, and I can upload the file properly. I select here, I navigate to the file, I open up, and I'm going to insert that media into the page, which of course is going to swap out what I already have in there. The new file. I come down here to the scroll, and there you go. Now if you want to make it the same size that it was intended to be, again I select, I hit the edit, I change to original size. I don't want to link that to a media file, and I update. I come up here, I update the changes. Therefore, if I preview changes, and again, if you want to see what this looks like in a private window, right-click Mac, right-click Windows, Control-click for Macintosh. And there you go. So if I scroll down to the bottom here, you can see there's my one change, there's my second change, and there's my third change. Now keep in mind that this is a PNG file, so it's on whatever background color that you had in there, because PNG support transparencies. So it's very simple to make changes to things that are inside of your WordPress theme using the Avada technology and technique. So in our next video, I will share with you how to swap out this image, which is a background image, a little bit more detective work here, but I'll share with you how to get that done in our next video.